Namaskar, respected Professor Dr. Vishwanathji Karad, President, World Parliament of Science, Religion and Philosophy 2020, and my project guide 4 decades ago, who taught me and guided me in my engineering days. Padma Bhushan Dr. Vijayji Bhatkar, Chairman, Organizing Committee, World Famous Computer Scientist and Chancellor, Nalanda University, with whom I have a close personal association of last several decades. Dr. Milind Pandey, Pro Vice Chancellor, Shri Ravindranath Patil, ex-IPS and now Senior Director at MIT World Peace University. Shri Swami Atma Priyanandji, Vice Chancellor of Ramakrishna Mission, Vivekananda University, Belur Math, Howrah. Padma Shri Guruji Dr. H.R. Nagendra, Chancellor, yes, Vyas President, Vyas International, Bangalore. Professor Dr. Sadashiv Murthy, Dean, Academics, National Sanskrit University, Tirupati. Dr. Dinesh Katre, Senior Director, CDAC, Pune. Dean, faculty members, directors, students, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great privilege for me to attend online this 6th World Parliament on Science, Religion and Philosophy. For the last 3 days, the luminaries in different fields have been speaking and discussing the importance of science, religion and philosophy for development of mankind. We all just witnessed the celebrations of Mahatma Gandhi birth anniversary. Mahatma Gandhiji, who took modern education in England, honed his skill, legal profession in South Africa, and when he returned to India, devoted himself for the cause of India's freedom struggle. This struggle was unique and deeply embedded in the history and philosophy of this land. Satya, that is truth, Ahimsa, that is non-violence, were the two most important features of this movement. We all know how Gandhiji devoted his life for peace in the Indian subcontinent. Albert Einstein once famously said on Gandhiji that generations to come will scarce believe that such a one as this ever in flesh and blood walked upon this earth. I am happy that on such occasion of Mahatma Gandhiji's 151st birth anniversary, MIT World Peace University has organized this conference involving science, religion and philosophy. The topic of today's discussion is also interesting and contemporary. India will become a Vishwaguru in 21st century, a roadmap. As we are aware that in the field of knowledge, science, arts, religion, philosophy and many more, we Indians have contributed immensely since ancient days. The rich heritage of ancient and eternal Indian knowledge and thought has been a guiding light for the mankind. The pursuit of knowledge, that is Jnana, wisdom, prajna and truth, Satya, was always considered in Indian thought and philosophy as the highest human goal. The aim of education in ancient India was not just the acquisition of knowledge as preparation for life in the world or life beyond schooling, but it was for the complete realization of liberation of the self. World-class institutions of ancient India such as Takshashila, Nalanda, Vikramshila, Vallabhi set the highest standards of multidisciplinary teaching and research and hosted scholars and students from across background and countries. The Indian education system produced great scholars such as Charak, Sushruta, Aryabhatta, Varamir, Bhaskaracharya, ब्रह्मगुप्त, चाणक्य, चक्रपाणी दत्ता, माधव, पाणिनी, पतंजली, नागार्जुना, गौतम, पिंगला, शंकरदेव, मैत्रेयी, गार्गी, and Thiruvalluvar, among numerous others who made seminal contributions to world knowledge in diverse fields such as mathematics, astronomy, metallurgy, medical science and surgery, civil engineering, architecture, shipbuilding and navigation, yoga, fine arts, chess and more. Indian culture and philosophy have had a strong influence on the world. India attracted numerous foreign scholars, travelers, philosophers, scientists, metallurgists, sculptors, architecture, city and township planners to this land and developed the unique ecosystem. Similarly, Indians traveled out to distant lands and spread our philosophy, religion, knowledge, science, mathematics, and arts to other parts of world. This osmosis has had a lasting impact on creating a unique culture of India, that is Bharat, where pursuit of knowledge has been given a foremost place. Ano bhadraha kratavo yantu vishwataha. Let noble thoughts come to me from all directions. This is how the ancient text Rigveda guides all of us. Our Upanishads tell us, Ayam nijaha paroveti ganana lagu chetasam. Udar charitanam tu vasudeva kutumbakam. Sant Ganeshwar tells us that we should expand the boundaries of our home. He Vishwachi माझे घर. Culturally and historically, India has been receptive to new ideas and liberal in imparting knowledge to everyone who has come to her seeking knowledge. In its long history, when India was strong, it was never a threat to any other state or society. When it was weak, it was never a burden on anybody who else. India as Vishwaguru has been guiding the human race like a lighthouse guiding the ships caught in stormy ocean. It was once a guiding light for all other societies and civilizations, and all other look up to India for spiritual and intellectual guidance. The core of Bharatiya society is spirituality, which has been formed after a journey of thousands of years. This spirituality has granted a different temperament, innate nature to Bharat. People living in this large territorial expanse, inhabited by different caste, religion, languages, different level of literacy and prosperity, share these intrinsic traits of Bharat. We cherish the spirit of Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti, that is, truth is one and can be called by various names and can be reached by different paths. Bharat has established this by its conduct. For a longer part of history, we achieved the unique position of leading light by our pursuit of knowledge. Of course, denial of knowledge to everyone on the basis of birth cannot be justified on any ground, and India has paid a heavy price for that. Our constitution makers corrected this bias and ensured that the state takes affirmative and positive action. Those who establish their hold on equity, equality, and excellence in knowledge establish themselves as strong and robust society. Quality education is fundamental for achieving full human potential, developing an equitable and just society. Therefore, while talking on today's topic, I strongly believe that providing universal access to quality education is the key to India's continued ascent and leadership on the global stage in terms of economic growth, social justice and equality, scientific advancement, national integration and cultural preservation. Becoming Vishwaguru is our goal, and quality education is integral part of this roadmap. But without concrete action, any roadmap can just be a wishful thinking. We cannot afford to indulge just in wishful thinking, but we all have to take necessary steps also to attain this position for our country. Quality education is the bedrock of nation building. It is so much central to creating a strong foundation for our future generations. Universal high quality education is the best way forward for developing and maximizing our country's rich talent and resources for the good of individual, the society, the country and the world. India will have the highest population of young people in the world over the next decades, and our ability to provide high quality educational opportunities to them will determine the future of our country. And to realize all this and to make our India once again a Vishwaguru, my education ministry under the visionary leadership of our Prime Minister Adarniya Shri Narendra Modi ji and under the able guidance of Education Minister Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank ji has brought out a truly transformational National Education Policy 2020. This National Education Policy 2020 is the first education policy of the 21st century and aims to address the many growing developmental imperatives of our country. This policy purposes the revision and revamping of all aspects of the education structure, including its regulation and governance, to create a new system that is aligned with aspirational goals of 21st century education while building upon India's traditions and value systems. It lays particular emphasis on the development of the creative potential of each individual. It is based on the principle that education must develop not only cognitive capacities but also social, ethical and emotional capacities and dispositions. It endures to provide all students, irrespective of their place of residence, a quality education system with particular focus on historically marginalized, disadvantaged and underrepresented groups. Education is great leveler and is the best tool for achieving economic and social mobility, inclusion and equality. The purpose of the education system is to develop good human beings capable of rational thought and action, possessing compassion and empathy, courage and resilience, scientific temper and creative imagination, with sound ethical moorings and values. It aims at producing engaged, productive and contributing citizens for building an equitable, inclusive and plural society envisaged by our Constitution. A good education institution is one in which every student feels welcomed and cared for, where a safe and stimulating learning environment exists, where a wide range of learning experiences are offered, and where good physical infrastructure and appropriate resources conducive to learning are available to all students. I come from agriculture background. I have seen that nobody can get good quality crops or fruits ready-made without any efforts. The quality of fruits or any tree cannot be determined on amount of water, sunlight, nutritional inputs it gets when it is already grown up. It essentially depends on the nutrition, sunlight, water given to it at the budding stage. It depends on right care, nurturing and support given to the sapling at the young tender age. This applies to all us humans also. Small children with tender minds are like a fertile soil. This is the age when they are most receptive to inculcate healthy ideas, positive values, rational and objective thinking, cooperative spirit, scientific temper and basic human values. The National Education Policy 2020 has focused on the early childhood care and education and accords the highest priority to achieving foundational literacy and numeracy by all students of grade 3. The NEP 2020 offers flexibility so that learners have the ability to choose their learning trajectories and programs and thereby choose their own paths in life according to their talent and interest. Now there is no hard separations between arts and science, between curricular and extracurricular activities, between vocational and academic streams. This is done in order to eliminate harmful hierarchies among and silos between different areas of learning. Quality of higher education system is essentially and inherently linked to strong foundation of the school education. Quality higher education is the engine of national productivity. Hence, many transformational reforms have been attempted through this policy in higher education also. Consolidation of higher education, multidisciplinary approach, academic bank of credit, integration of vocational training with mainstream education, flexible entry and exit, liberal use of technology, focus on research and quality equity and inclusiveness, light but tight regulation are many such transformational aspects of this policy, with unwavering focus on top class quality of education. Quality education is a hallmark of every advanced culture. To achieve the Atmanirbhar Bharat as envisioned by our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, we must strive to have world-class education rooted in the values and ethos of India, that is Bharat. Given the 21st century requirements, quality higher education must aim to develop good, thoughtful and creative individuals. Education is not just about acquiring bookish knowledge. It is also about acquiring knowledge with the rational thinking and scientific temper. It is about developing an ability to think critically. It is also about imbibing the values of empathy, mutual respect, spirit of teamwork and cooperation. It is also about instilling the basic values which our Constitution has given to us. This will ensure a truly Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat. This new direction to India's education system will instill among the learners a deep-rooted pride in being Indian, not only in thought but also in spirit, intellect and deeds. The new way will help to develop knowledge, skills, values and dispositions that support responsible commitment to human rights, sustainable development and living, and global well-being, thereby reflecting a truly global citizen. Quality education system is necessary for creating strong foundation of our future generations, who are destined to play an important role in making India Vishwaguru again. This is the roadmap for making India Vishwaguru again, to create the world as envisioned by our great visionary ancestors, which is Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kashchit Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Thank you once again to all of you. Namaskar, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.